You know, as we get closer and closer to the end of this generation, there's just information that continues to just drop left and right. Now, obviously, we're fresh off of State of Play. We got some pretty good information from State of Play. I know a lot of people are kind of hit and miss with the event, right? Some people say they love it, some say they hate it, some say it's better than before. Well, from the show, we did get some pretty good information. Now, obviously, we got some updates from Final Fantasy. We're going to get a big reveal or something like that in the coming weeks, so that's pretty cool. We got a new Predator game made by the guys from, or the guys responsible for Friday the 13th, so they're making that exclusive for PlayStation and a few other things. So you got something to look forward to right there, just by default. But now, according to this information right here, Sony Interactive Entertainment is hiring developers for Insomniac games. Now, again, I know a lot of people are looking at this and just going, why isn't Sony just buying Insomniac games? Well, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of just the relationship. I know how, like, a lot of people probably look at this and go, yeah, it is weird. They're just gonna, hire talent for them as opposed to just acquiring them. A lot of companies out here don't necessarily like to be bought. What they want to do is, they want to have the ability to work in peace and have that, that working environment, that friendly working environment with their peers. So that's what I think was going on with Insomniac Games. I don't think Sony's really in a rush to buy them. What I think they're doing, they're just letting them have their, their free roam while also giving them the funding that is necessary to make a good game. You guys seen what they did with Spider-Man. A lot of people had doubts with Spider-Man, thinking that, yeah, what we saw in the first demo, him doing the parkour off the walls and whatnot is something that we probably weren't going to get. And lo and behold, when we got the finished product, it was exactly everything that we saw. Minus a few things, right? I can say that. Minus a few things, but you get the point. We got quite a bit. Looking at the situation now at the PS4 and going into the PS5, well, let's talk about what they're funding. Now, one of the main things they're talking about in this article is Ratchet & Clank. Now, Ratchet & Clank could very, very well be their next game, or it could be Spider-Man 2, which they are not ruling out, and they're even talking about Disney's deal with Sony. Sony has a multi-deal with Disney going on right now. Now, obviously, we got the whole Marvel's Spider-Man Far From Home movie as well. That's getting ready to drop too. So it kind of makes sense for, Sony to focus on another Spider-Man game. But it is a matter of time of when we're going to get that. I don't think it's going to be next right now, even though I have that as the thumbnail of this video, right? Spider-Man, that is the game that I think a lot of us are probably like the most hyped for, but it's hard to tell if Sony's really working on that over anything else. It's a little hard to tell. Spider-Man might take a little longer than Ratchet & Clank if you really think about it, because really Ratchet & Clank probably was already in development after the first one. We already had a Ratchet & Clank earlier in this generation. You guys remember it was kind of a retelling of the series, and they even made a video for that particular Ratchet & Clank game. So this could very well be the next game, the Ratchet & Clank one and whatnot. So I'm just saying, it's possible, but I'm not ruling out Spider-Man anytime soon. Obviously, Spider-Man is definitely going to happen, and yes, I will be doing a breakdown for that game. Finally, I know I can finally talk about it in length. I know I've waited a long time for it, but I'll definitely be talking about that in great length, going over possible characters and those from the DLC that we definitely got reintroduced to. All right, so definitely expect that from me on the channel. I'm definitely looking forward to that video. That's probably my most excited video right there. Anything else to go over in this article? It's really not much, really. It's pretty straightforward. They're just hiring for it, and it's up to speculation. Until Insomniac Games actually confirms whatever they're working on, we shall see. Kind of like with Rockstar Games, a lot of us are kind of speculating that the next game will be Bully 2. So it's kind of the same thing here. It's only a matter of time before we get the information. But yeah, that's what we got courtesy of Sony. It is definitely some good information, good time. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very excited for it. And you guys should be too. All right. So that's pretty much it for this video. Look out for my next one for sure. And I hope you guys enjoy. All right. This is Big Cloud. I'm signing out. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys be good. Deuces.